What's up, YouTube? It's Ambitions Vapor coming at you with another review. Today's review is on the Coil Master jig. A few specifications. I received the coil. I bought the Coil Master jig off of lightningvapes.com. Link on screen in the description. You can get this Coil Master jig in a few different colors. It's blue, red, and black. Sorry about that. This is a nice tool to wrap your coils without doing it by hand. I don't know a lot about you guys, but when I wrap it by hand, the canthal gets twisted, and then it kind of messes up. I mean, it's good to do it by yourself, but I use this all the time. It's a great little device to wrap your coils. It's a little bit finicky when you have to. I'll show you later on in the video. I'll wrap a coil for you, but this thing's great. You can find it off lightningvapes.com. It is $19.99 right now, but Lightning Vapes has a lot of discounts. They give you a lot of good discounts on it. You could probably get it for maybe around, I think I bought it for like $17. I got like a 15% off, something like that. But, so it's tensile coil winding with ease. It gives you 1 millimeter, 1.5 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 2.5 millimeter, and 3 millimeter. So I mostly use the, to be honest, I only use the 2.5 and the 3. What happens is you get 5 different little pieces here. Let me show you. So you get 5 little different pieces that look like this, okay? And it doesn't go like that, but this basically, once you have it attached to the other piece, it goes in, and then you just turn this, and then you wrap it. I've used 28 gauge, 26 gauge, 24 gauge, 22 gauge with ease. If you're used to doing like 24 gauge and 22 gauge, when you go up to the 28 gauge and wrap it, you have to be careful, because if you put too much pressure onto this while you're twisting it, it'll wrap over itself to do like a stovetop coil. So you have to kind of just twist it, but lightly, so it automatically backs out the coil and wraps it correctly. Just a little food for thought, to each his own. So what happens is you have this piece here, and you take this top piece off, okay? You put your little metal coil wrapping, and you want to make sure that the top cap stays with the correct piece of metal that you wrap with, because the holes on these are I think they're different. Yeah, they're all different. Like, here's the small one, see that little hole, and then this is the that's the other one. So it's hard to see on camera probably, but you want to keep your pieces together that they come with. It's simple. So you put your piece onto the metal part onto the bottom part of the master coil jig. You put the top on. It's pretty simple. You screw it on, and then you have a hole right there that the canthal runs through, and then you just grab it with your thumb, or however you do your wrapping. You grab it with your thumb and then you wrap it. I'll show you. So I have a piece of 22 gauge canthal, okay? It's 22 gauge canthal, and what you do is you poke it through the hole here. Let me cut this in half, because this is a big piece. Take your piece of canthal, you run it through the hole, okay? And then you just clamp down on your lead. You clamp down on your lead so it's like, on the jig. Then you take your top cap, you put it on, you push down, and that little metal piece is going to grab it, and you're going to wrap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 6 wraps. 6. And then you just pull it back so it's straight. And then there's your wrapped coil. Now, when you're doing a lot of coils, if you want to do quad coil, dual coil, it gets a little, you know, you can also, you know, you could, I mean, straighten that lead out that's on the bottom piece, straighten that out, but then you have to unscrew the back piece, drop the piece of metal out, and then you have to pull that through, take it off, okay, just to tighten up your coil. Then, this is what I do anyways. Then you screw this back on, okay? Then you take your wrapped coil. I usually put the lead that was in down so I can put this back on top, push down, and then kind of straighten that out and, you know, adjust it. But it comes out pretty perfect. I use this all the time, guys. I like it. You know, except if I'm doing, you know, twisted coils or Clapton coils, or you can't, even like I do a lot of parallel builds and I can't get 2 pieces of Canthol in there, and I've tried it, and wrap it with the 2, because this metal piece on that top cap is the one that feeds the Canthol and wraps it for you, is that little metal piece on there. So it's not big enough, you know, they end up like twisting and turning. So if you're doing regular coils, this thing's great to use. I mean, it makes a pretty good, look at that, it's perfect. I mean, that piece of Canthol is perfectly wrapped. So, yeah, then you just take the other one in, you wrap that one, take that out. I usually straighten out both, and then, I mean, you're mostly done. It's a great little thing, guys. I mean, I highly recommend it. I mean, that's why I bought it, and I use it all the time. I don't use the low ones. I like macro and micro coils. That's it. The 2.5 millimeter and 3 millimeter. I don't know. You know, don't flip out if I get it incorrect, if it's macro or micro. I'm not sure. I use 2.5 and 3 millimeter for my coils. That's what I prefer. That's what I like. I had it for a long time. I haven't had any issues with it. There's nothing else to really tell you about it. I hope this was helpful. Like, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys on the next review.
Smoking is gone and vaping is on.